Hello, hello, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. I guess we're still just in the morning, right? By this, does she mean people asking for advice to her? Seriously? Wait. I'm only doing this because I have a few close friends, so I suffer from a lack of opinions. Options. That's what that said. Options. What level of desperate does someone have to be to actually pick her as the first option for advice? Wow, I wouldn't want to meet whoever that dysfunctional being is. I should be there in 10 minutes or so. Thanks, Saya. You're the best. Sure. I doubt you really think that. Depends on the subject. Without fail, Saya shows up exactly 10 minutes after saying she'd be leaving. She doesn't even live that close by. How she managed it is a mystery to me. You're actually really fast when it comes to coming over. Did you run or something? Yeah, I can't take too long here after all. Can't? How come? It's a Saturday. I scheduled a half shift for today. Seriously? Do you have any days when you don't work? They work around my schedule a lot, since they'll be away. Since we'll be away a few days for the competition at the end of the month, I wanted to get some extra shifts in. You really do like making money. I like my job too. It's relaxing. Relaxing? Walking around dressed like a maid and acting all moe? Are you mental? You can't be serious. Women. You really are a mystery to me in general. So, what did you want to talk about? Sucking dick. How about we go up to my room? Wow, secretive much? It's better to be safe than sorry, after all. Where are, Akiyoshi-kun and your mom, by the way? Is either of them home? Oh, they both are. Seriously? That's also very unusual. Right. Aki, I understand, but Mom is actually home for the time. At this time of day is almost a miracle. Maybe I should say hi. Aki is studying, and Mom says she was working on some kind of super important business brief for her work, or something like that. I'm not too sure. That's so like them to be working even during the weekend. Yuichi-kun, are you sure you're related at all? You're nothing like them. Yeah, I'm sure. I have the birth certificate to prove it. I'm just saying, maybe they switched you at birth or something. Did anyone do a DNA test? Just, please be quiet. I lead Saya to my room. Although the house is, in general, is already pretty familiar to her, she still walks behind me diligently and politely, without a fuss, letting me open the door to her and invite her inside before making any gesture of being inside. It's cleaner than last time. Excuse me, you. My bedroom is always clean. Last time I was here, there was a bunch of water stains on the floor. That's because you showed up out of nowhere while I was exercising. Of course it'd be sweat on the floor when doing sit-ups. Alright then. We're here. Now, tell me what's going on in that unusually empty head of yours. That usually empty head of yours. Okay. No? Do you have to start things off by insulting me? Whose idea was it to invite her to invite you here again? Aw, come on. Don't look so serious. I was just trying to brighten the mood a bit. The mood is already is bright enough without you needing to insult me. Thank you very much. Okay, sorry. You don't look sorry at all, but whatever. Like I said, there's some stuff that's been bothering me for a while now. I've been mostly keeping it to myself, but it's getting a bit overwhelming here. Of course it is. If you just bottle a shit up, it'll never get fixed. I don't know. It worked plenty well for me the past 3 years. You can talk to me. I'll try my best to be helpful. Just keep in mind I need to leave at about 40 minutes or so. Oh, I don't know if that's enough time for me to talk about everything. I mean, there are a few different things I wanted to ask her. The most important one about how to deal with Shoichi being too affectionate and, for lack of a better word, horny with me. The other was just wanting to come clean about the college offer and getting her take on it. I don't know if 40 minutes would be enough to even talk about one of those properly. Better to just pick one to ask her. Whatever, if I can even get one off my shoulder, I'll be able to deal with the other one with much cleaner. Yeah, that's fine. A part of me wants to ask for relationship advice, but while I'd love to have a third-party opinion on that, I think Saya-chan might not be the right person to ask. She's already way too invested in our relationship to even though we've barely started dating. Not to mention that Shoichi apparently confides in her somewhat often, given that she already knew he liked me for years. She might not be the safest person to ask. On the other hand, that's the matter of college offer that's been on my mind for a while now. I try to shake it often, but no matter how much I try, it keeps occupying my thoughts. So, I'm not sure how to say this. I think you're the person whose opinion I need the most on this, but I'm afraid to mention it so far. What? That sounds important. What's going on? Well, remember that hypothetical scenario I asked you about whether you got any sponsorship requests for colleges before? Yeah, what about it? Truth is, I actually got one a bit ago. I never even stopped to think about it, but I guess college scholarships really are a thing that exists. Katsuragi-sensei pulled me aside to let me know about the college in Canada, reached out to the school to offer me a scholarship, and the numbers were so generous they made my head spin. I guess that explains why you asked me about it earlier. Yeah, I never thought about going to college before. It never crossed my mind since my plans were already set, but once she started going over the numbers and how generous the offer was, I admit I second-guessed myself. And then when I asked you about it, you mentioned how you got offers yourself, too, and that you ignored them all since you didn't want to leave me alone when you and I had planned to go pro together. I felt terrible once I heard that. I can see why you came to me. This is it. This is when she's going to get really angry with me, isn't it? She'll tell me just how terrible I am for even considering it, isn't she? Come on, I'm expecting it. Lay it on me. Hey, Yuichi-kun, is this something you want? I don't know. Katsuragi-sensei ran me through the numbers, how good the training program is in that college, the coaches, the installations I'd have access to, but I didn't know who to talk about. What about Shoichi? Come on, be real. You know how Shoichi is. He'd pressure me into it just because it's me going to college. He wouldn't even think about it for a second before going to his usual pushy self. I guess that's true, but even then, you should still talk about it with him. Why? It'll just cause a fight. You don't know that it will. You're just assuming it's the case, and even if it would, this is way too big a secret for you to be keeping like that. Once you two are dating, that means any decision about the future are going to affect him. Where you go and what you do. You do know that your choice will be important to him too. Don't you think he deserves to know? I hate when she's all logical and thoughtful like this. I know that. I know I shouldn't be keeping it secret, but it's just easier to keep a secret than to have the awkward, tense conversation. Then what's the point of even dating if you're going to be keeping huge secrets from each other? This is your future. That's a huge decision. You should at least know that you're thinking about it, even if you don't give him a choice in it. I know. I'm not. It's not like I'm stupid, okay? It's just hard. And just bringing myself to have this conversation was already really difficult. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, it's scary. I know it's stupid of me, but I prefer hiding away in my comfort zone. What? You're gonna clam up and go quiet now? It's not like that. At least say something. Like what? What am I supposed to say to this ridiculous situation? Give me the words, then, because I really don't know. But I also know it's horrible of me to even ask about it. I know I shouldn't be considering it. It would be leaving you alone and breaking our agreement. That would be a horrible thing to do. Oh, I don't care. Wait, that came out a bit wrong. It's not that I don't care, but more like I don't mind. No, wait, no. It's not like I don't mind. It's more like, what? I don't even know what I'm supposed to be thinking right now. Is this or is this not bad? Well, I guess, I more or less just want to say that you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to stick to a plan just because of me. But you're counting on me. So what? You could stand to be a bit more selfish sometimes. Excuse me, were you the one lecturing me just a week ago about, because I am too selfish when it comes to tennis? Yeah. Which is it? If it's important to you, you should obviously consider it. It's your future we're talking about. Although I would definitely argue with you if you came up to me asking if you could quit tennis altogether. Then where does the line get drawn? That's hard to say. I asked you here to make things easier for me, not the other way around. At least give me a goddamn straight answer. I mean, if we're just talking about a course correction, it should be fine for you to do whatever you want. It's only if you decide to quit tennis that it'd become an issue. But that's a really forgiving a stance to have. How could you just agree to it so easily? It would ruin your plans. What are you talking about? Why would it ruin my plans? Why are you asking me that? Are you asking me that for real? But we were going to share an apartment together. Rent, groceries, training, all of that. If I'm not here, that means you'd have to look for someone else to be your roommate, since we both knew the money we'd get working part-time wouldn't cover expenses. Yuichi, I think you're not getting what I'm saying at all here. I think that you're not getting what I'm saying at all here. Then please, enlighten me. Why are you acting like I'd be alone at all? If you're gonna go to college in Canada, I'll just follow you. That should be a given. What's with that reaction? What do you mean you'd follow me? I mean exactly what I said. It should be obvious. Well, it's not obvious to me. Are you serious? You're an idiot. What the fuck? You're not actually going to make me say it, are you? I have no clue what it is supposed to be. You're my partner, after all. Of course. I'll go wherever you go. I decided that a long time ago. I can't believe you made me actually say that, idiot. Baka. But why? Why would you do that? Why shouldn't I do that? For God's sake, woman, are you completely incapable of giving me a straight answer? Why does every question get answered with another question? Why? Because you're a fantastic player in your own right. You don't need to tie yourself down to me. You could go wherever you want and do well. Yeah, I know. But then why? It's not like I'm deciding that because I think I need you or something. I just can't imagine going through this without you by my side. It's fine if you can't, but that's not the case for me. And as far as I'm concerned, no one is No one is a bigger monster than you, and I'm saying that while also being 100% sure of how good I am. That's insane. You have no logic at all. No, I totally do. Really? Then give me one good reason why you choose to do this. I don't want to. That your way of saying you don't have one. I mean, of course you don't. You're already way better than me. There is zero reason for you to be depending on me. That's not true. Now you're just throwing a tantrum because you don't want to be wrong. Stop looking at me like you don't believe me. I don't believe you. You're cruel. Cruel? How on earth am I cruel? You're the one sporting nonsense here. Fine. You want the truth? I'll tell you my reason. Be my guest. You're the reason I can try so hard and be so confident in myself. I know we'll eventually go our separate ways, but when it comes to tennis, we're both single players after all, but I want to keep playing by your side for a bit longer. What? What? That's ridiculous. You're way better than me. Yeah, I'm better than you right now, so what? That has nothing to do with it. You might not remember, but I didn't really care all that much about tennis when we first met. I just played because my parents put me up to it. I was, watching you practicing side by side with you that I fell in love with tennis. Geez, why do you have to be this clueless? I'm sure I'm not the only one. There are lots of players our age all around Japan that look up to you and worked hard because they wanted to be like you. You're a lot of people's idols. I'm sorry, my brain is totally frozen right now. I know I'm popular. I know that. Even if the volume of sports magazines, more sports magazine reporters and whatnot interviewing me have gone down in recent years, I still get bugged by them emailing me and showing up to competitions on a regular. But come on, why would other players care? Aren't I supposed to be just another rival? Or would I even be responsible? Would I even be responsible for making someone love tennis? That makes no sense. You're an idiot. What did I do? I'm not saying an idiot because you're an idiot. That's that. End of story. Idiot. Because you're an idiot. Yeah, okay. Stop punching my shoulder. Are you trying to break my arm? Stop that! This is your fault for making me say that much, you dumbass. Clueless, moron, dimwit. Stop it, this hurts. I didn't even do anything. Stop rampaging. She stopped. Has she calmed down all of a sudden? I don't get it. Your personality really is warped nowadays. What the hell does that even mean? Don't make me punch you again. What did I do? I mean, I feel so lame now. I can't tell how your mind works at all. And the feeling is mutual. So you can't tell how your mind works either. That would explain a lot. Being glared at being glared at is really uncomfortable, you know. You shouldn't give me a reason to glare at you then. You're the one who invited me over to ask for my opinion and then acted all difficult about it. You're at fault here. Just because I ask your opinion doesn't give you a pass to be all Saya about it. Then again, if you tried being all nurturing about and caring about it, I would probably never grind my gears even more. Why would I even invite you here in the first place, since it seems like no matter what, I'd have ended up being annoyed by you. I really am a pain in the ass sometimes, aren't I? Well, if that will be all, I really need to get going. Sorry for taking up so much of your time when you're busy. It's fine. I prefer you asking for help when you're sulking around over a problem that has an easy fix. I don't do that sort of thing. Sure. I hate you. Love you too. Anyway, I need to get going. Can you walk me out? Sure, least I can do. Okay. I'll end the part here, so I'll see you around, everyone.